UFC 320 just concluded a few days ago, and the most asked question right after the event ended was, who is Alex Pereira going to fight next? And I was going to do a video on top of the reaction video of that card to, I don't know, maybe I was actually going to do a live, not a video. I was going to do a live and go live and just talk about who I think it was going to be next, but I didn't. I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a video, but I'm going to wait a few more days, maybe 1 or 2 more days to let it marinate a little bit, to see what the MMA community's thinking, to analyze, because right after the event ended, I jumped on Ankalaev 3 because it was an amazing fight, right? It was even though it was a rounder, a 1 minute. I'm pretty sure it was like 1 minute and a few seconds. Don't remember exactly the time, but it was a good fight. Okay, who doesn't like seeing Ankalaev get knocked out? You know what I mean? Crawl into a ball into a fetal position. Absolutely love it, and that's why I asked for the third match right after. But I was like, you know what, my chat convinced me, like, no, he doesn't deserve it. The first one was a fluke or whatever, right? And I started thinking, is it going to be Carlos Ulberg? Is it going to be Yuri 3? But I don't think it's going to be that. I seriously don't think it's going to be that. Alex Pereira is going to fight Tom Aspinall next in the White House card. I promise you, look back in this video when the White House card is announced, and I'm telling you, it's going to be Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira for the heavyweight champion. Now, of course, there's variables to this because Alex Pereira, did his job. He did his job. He beat his boogeyman, and I'm gonna go into detail what boogeyman is, because there's also a lot of people in my video from the Alex Pereira, and when I called Ank his boogeyman, they think I'm saying, like he's some type of nightmare for Alex Pereira. That's not what I mean, guys. What I mean when I say Ankalaev is Alex Pereira's boogeyman is basically Umar to Merab. Umar was the only person we saw that Merab will lose to. That's all it is when I say boogeyman. I'm not saying he gives them nightmares. I'm just saying that Ank had the highest possible chance to beat Alex Pereira. He did do it once, but as we saw in the second fight, it looked like them injuries were actually affecting his performance massively. I just have to say it really was. And I've seen, bro, and another thing, I know I'm like deviating from the topic here, but I just have to a little bit. The cope that I have seen from these MMA YouTubers have been absolutely insane. I'm not gonna mention any names, but they have been going viral in the MMA community, of course, for their coping sessions for Ankalaev. I can't believe they're coping this hard. I really can't. I myself picked Ankalaev to win, and I wasn't coping that hard, because let's be real. We all know in our hearts, even though Ankalaev, right, at the time, I thought he was going to beat him easily, but deep down, we all knew that Alex Pereira is the better champion. And I'm talking about entertaining wise, right? Because I have to give Ankalaev credit. Ankalaev is the second best in the division. I just have to say it. I can't wait to see Yuri versus Ankalaev, because that's another fight that I'm interested in. I can't wait to see Ankalaev versus Carlos Ulberg. Absolutely amazing fighter. I have to give all the flowers to Ankalaev, but Alex Pereira that night was just way better than him. He just dominated him every single minute of that fight, which is absolutely amazing. But look, let me go back and track to what I was talking about. Alex Pereira is going to fight Tom Aspinall in the White House. All obviously Tom Aspinall has to do is beat Cyril Gane, which is, anything can happen. Okay, that's what scares me. This is the only obstacle in the way for this card for this fight to happen. Now, if you guys, have noticed as of recently, which I don't like, I'm just gonna come out and say that I don't really like it, that Tom or Alex Pereira doesn't really want to fight Tom Aspinall, and not because he's scared or he's just not interested. He really is just not interested. He really wants to fight Jon Jones. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of a interview that Alex Pereira did right after the fight. In fact, he's in the locker room with the belt on, with his he hasn't even changed. I'm just gonna show you guys this clip. Watch this.
Essa é a melhor aposta?
Não, queria super luta.
No, I want a super fight.
Oh, super fight at heavyweight.
I can think of one.
Wow.
name.
Derek
I would,
Lewis? It's Aspinall, man.
Bom, não sei se Casa Branca, Jon Jones.
Jon
seria uma
Jones.
super luta.
At the White House.
Jon Jones. That's
okay.
a super fight.
At the White House, Jon Jones. Now, you may be asking, why has Alex Pereira chosen Jon Jones instead of the champion, by the way, on Tom Aspinall? And it has to be the bag, right? Because if you really think about that for a second, like I haven't seen anybody really talk about this, but I want you guys to really think about this. Alex Pereira would choose money over triple champ status. I want you guys to understand what he's doing here. The bag has to be absolutely massive for him to do this. Imagine Dana White coming up to you and telling you, look, kid, all right, we're going to give you a chance to fight Tom Aspinall for you to become triple champ. And you say, no, I want Jon Jones in the White House. And look, I'm just going to have to say it, man. I think this is smart from Alex Pereira. I have to say, this is really smart because one, Jon Jones is brittle, is old. We all know this. Two, he's fighting for legacy. We just have to say it. He is fighting for legacy. He's doing what Jon Jones, it's not really the same, but Jon Jones fought Stipe Miocic when he was 50 years old, right? Just to have that name and his legacy. Jon Jones is doing it, but it's pretty much fair because they're almost the same age, around the same age. So it's gonna hold more value for his legacy. But to me, like, even though it is smart for his legacy, like, it is kind of crazy that he is just persistently asking for Jon Jones instead of the champ Tom Aspinall. And on top of that, the champ Tom Aspinall has literally invited the fight in. He's entertaining that fight. They've been talking back and forth since like 2024. Not like a beef type of thing, but entertaining it, posting. If you guys remember, there was a picture of Tom Aspinall looking to Alex Pereira from the crowd. That's one picture. Like, this has been going on for I'm pretty sure more than a year. Like, Aspinall has been entertaining this. He has. He really, really has. And another thing that I want to talk about is Dana White. Dana White, a year ago, right after, I'm just going to show you guys this clip before I say anything else. This was Dana White talking about the Alex Pereira and Jon Jones fight happening or not happening. This is after the Miocic fight, by the way. Watch this.
No.
Okay.
You know what tonight told me? There's no fucking way I make the Pereira fight.
Okay.
John's too big. Great wrestler. See how he took Stipe down in that first round? I like Alex Pereira. I like him personally.
But
it
he's
just
the greatest of all time, right?
it just doesn't make sense to make that fight. If they both want it bad enough and they're both fucking hounding me or something, maybe I would do it. It's just Alex Pereira is killing it. Look at his age and what he's doing right now. What's the reason to go up and fight a guy that's so much bigger than you and such a good wrestler? What is it? Money? Yeah, no, you're right.
You know what tonight told me? After John Jones beat a 50-year-old retired firefighter? You know what? Really, brother? Really, brother? If you guys remember, I'm just gonna keep remembering you guys. But if you guys remember, this was at the time where Dana White was glazing John Jones to the max. After every, bro, at this point in time, like, the glazing was just at its peak. Just at its peak, it was everywhere. But we obviously know why he was doing it. It was to set up that Tom Aspinall fight, which was, you know, he did it correctly. But at the end of the day, John Jones didn't deliver, and we, you know, soon found out that he was offered $30 million, I think it was, around there, and he accepted the fight. But then he backtracked because, let's be real, he was ducking Tom Aspinall. But yeah, it looks like John Jones and Alex Pereira has been talking about this for a while. It's been for a while, and the fact that Tom Aspinall, or not Tom Aspinall, that Alex or Dana White, sorry, offered Alex or John Jones around $30 million to fight Tom Aspinall. How much do you think John Jones and Alex Pereira are gonna make when they fight? Like, think about that for a second. Because if you calculate the numbers, calculate the hype, what do you think is a bigger fight? Tom Aspinall versus John Jones, or Alex Pereira versus John Jones? Because it's pretty close. It's pretty close. You can go either way, if I'm being completely honest. You could really go either way. That John Jones and Tom Aspinall fight was the hype was absolutely amazing. Right? Absolutely amazing. And Tom Aspinall is not as big of a superstar as Alex Pereira is. Think about that. I just want you to think about that for a second. And Dana White offered this man $30 million. He accepted it, but then he backtracked, which is absolutely insane to think about. But look, Alex Pereira, I really don't think Dana White is gonna give John Jones the opportunity to fight at the White House because of what he did. But if there's a chance, look, I'm sorry if I can't. Look, there's a lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I really wouldn't be mad seeing John Jones' carcass flat on the octagon because he ate a left hook from Alex Pereira. I really wouldn't hate it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if we get Tom Aspinall versus Alex, or Alex versus Tom Aspinall, brother, we are eating good no matter what. Literally, no matter what. I want you to think about this even further. Even with Alex out of the equation, Tom Aspinall versus John Jones, even though it has a tiny bitty chance of happening, if it does happen, we're eating anyways. One of those three fights happen, we're literally eating anyways. I know I'm deviating a little bit because we're talking about Tom Aspinall and John Jones here, or Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira here. But again, if you're a fan, we are eating anyways if one of those three fights happen. We are. We really, really are. I'm gonna play another video of Dana White talking. I don't remember actually. I'm pretty sure this was the most recent press conference. If I'm correct, I'm just gonna play it though.
He seemed to tease that maybe he was going to call for a John Jones fight, but then kind of pulled it back after, learning about Arthur. Is him going to heavyweight something you would entertain at this point?
So today I was at work and had a bunch of meetings over there this afternoon, and I went over to the PI, and he was over in the PI. And I'm like, well, you're the last guy I expected to see here today. What are you doing here? and they're telling me we want to fight at heavyweight. I said, how about we win tonight and focus on tonight, and then we could talk about heavyweight. And I don't know. I don't know. There's still fights here in this division, but we'll see. I mean, this guy has been an absolute stud for us. He doesn't care. He wants to fight everybody. He wants to move up to heavyweight. He's a dream to have in this organization.
He's a dream to have in this organization. Look, the time is now, man. The time is now. Alex Pereira is 38 years old. His birthday month is in July. If he fights in the White House card, he's gonna be a month away from 39 years old. The time is now. Give him the green light now so he starts to bulk up, and we just pray for Tom Aspinall to win against Cyril Gane, and then boom, one of the greatest and biggest fights in history starts being assembled, and one of the greatest cards too, because probably Conor McGregor is going to be there. The Alex versus Tom Aspinall is going to be there. The undercard is probably going to be stacked. I mean, everything just is right there for the UFC to take it and be like, here you go, fans. New deal, new Paramount deal. Like, think about that, man. A new 7.7 billion it was, I think it was. Like, think about that, brother. Just think about that for a second, man. But now, I want to talk about the fight itself briefly, right before I end this video. Alex Pereira on fight day, his most recent fight against Encalabra, on fight day, he was 230. I just want to say that. In the weigh-ins, he was 204.5. On fight day, he was 232. Tom Aspinall against Curtis Blaze was what, 250? I think it was 250, around there. So Alex Pereira is not really as small as Dana White is, insinuating. He talks about Alex Pereira like this guy is a little bitty kitty patootie. That's just not the case. That really is just not the case. The size difference, if they do eventually fight, is going to be closer than people think. Alex Pereira even looked massive against Ankalaev in the second fight. Even Tom Aspinall himself was saying that he looks massive against Ankalaev in the second fight. These two, I don't really know Tom Aspinall height. It doesn't even matter. There's not going to be like a height disadvantage on this fight. Now, on the fight itself, Tom Aspinall has come out and said a few months ago, I'm pretty sure, that the first 10 seconds of when the round starts, he's just gonna bulldoze and tackle him for a takedown, because he knows the risk, right? He knows the risk. But we have also seen Alex Pereira improve defense. Alex Pereira defended every single Ankalaev takedown between the two fights. Let that sink in. Every single takedown he stuffed. Now, obviously, we're talking about heavyweights. Even though they have lesser skill, they weigh more. They don't have to be as technical. They can just throw their body in there and they'll probably get a takedown. But again, heavyweight Alex, I'm just gonna be real and just say this. I'm just gonna stop counting out on Alex Pereira. I'm just gonna stop counting out Alex Pereira. I think he would be able to stuff Aspinall's takedowns. I really think. Now, on the feet, striking wise, I think Tom Aspinall is gonna be faster than Alex Pereira, but I don't think that matters. I really don't think that matters. We sat against Ankalaev, and Ankalaev is faster than Tom Aspinall, or probably around the same speed, which is crazy to say since Tom Aspinall is a heavyweight. But I think Ankalaev edges it out in the speed, I think, in my opinion. But man, this fight, I think this is just going to be a striking match, if I'm being completely honest. We know Alex Pereira is not going to go for takedowns. Tom Aspinall is definitely going to go for takedowns, but I think Alex Pereira is going to stuff them. This is going to be a striking match. Now, who's gonna win that striking match, I'm just gonna be honest. We're just gonna have to see it. We're just gonna have to see it with our own eyes. Because me thinking about it, right? I really don't know. I really don't know. That's how good Alex Pereira is. This is a competitive fight. Don't listen to Dana White. This is a competitive fight. This is the fight to make. It really is. The first triple champ. This is the first time a fighter has ever gone for triple champ if it does happen. Like, I'm already talking about it like like I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. I have to. I'm manifesting this because this is the fight to make, man. This is it. This is it, bro. But I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there. I have yapped enough. I've yapped for 21 minutes. That's absolutely insane. But this is how confident and this is how sure I am that this is the fight to make. And this is most likely the fight to make, because who the fuck wants to see a Yuri 3? People are obviously gonna watch because this is a Pereira fight. Who the fuck wants to see an Ankalaev 3? Nobody. Who the fuck wants to see Carlos fucking Ulberg versus Alex Pereira? Another striking match for Alex Pereira. We're just wasting his time, basically. We're literally just wasting his time. Just give him the green light to go to heavyweight. And let's have one of the greatest fights ever, bro. Please. Please, Dana White. Come on, brother. You just got 7.7 billion. Come on, brother. Give us something, you know? Even though these past few months and the months that we have going forward, we are going to eat. Give us more. Give us more. I have to be greedy for this one, man. I really do. But I'm gonna end it there. Make sure you guys leave a like. Hit that sub button, man. Hit that. I've been getting so many subs and so many likes on my past few videos. I really appreciate the love, seriously. But that being said, I'm out. I'll see you guys soon.